Hello, everybody. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday's sharing session. My name is Vivian Chong. I am the ESG advocate of ProppyApp. Before we start, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us today on our Saturday night sharing session about what ProppyApp is. So if you are here for the first time, if you are invited here by your friends, we would like to also encourage you to like and subscribe to our social media channels, our Facebook, YouTube, and Podbean as well. So today, I am joined by two very experienced Proppians to share with us about Proppy. We have one of our investors, a fellow Proppian who has invested personally in our company. So she was previously a regional sales manager in an oleochemical export-based company, taking care of our their China customers. And before that, she was with one of the biggest polyester suppliers in the world, Redcron Malaysia, taking care of the business in EU. So she was based in their subsidiary company in London for about 2 years. So we have with us today Miss Harriet. Hi, Harriet.
Hi, Vivian. Hi, everybody. Hi, good evening.
Yes.
Harriet.
And we also have one of our co-founders of ProppyApp here tonight, Mr. Sean Yap. Hi, Sean.
Hi, Vivian. Hi, Harriet.
Yes.
Hi, everybody.
So Sean is currently the Malaysian country chair of MDRT, the $1 Million Roundtable. He's had wide exposure in the engineering and project management industry, and he's also delivered more than 60 million worth of private and government projects in the intelligent transportation system industry. And Sean, as I know, he's also an ultra marathon runner. So seriously, I really have total respect for these runners, especially like ultra marathon. It's not like normal marathon, right? I even run like 5 kilometers. It really takes it really takes like months or even years of training and discipline.
So it's just multiple, multiple of 5 kilometers.
Oh, that's a very good way of putting that. But I can't even run 5 kilometers, like 3 kilometers maybe is my maximum.
Yeah, neither me. And 200, I think 200, 400 is already painted. I cannot. Yeah. So.
Yes. So tonight it's really an honor to have both of you here with us. Well, the title for tonight is actually Why Proppy, as all of you have known. So in this about an hour's time, we hope to share with you insights into our technology. So first of all, we'll share with you about what is driving Proppy and also the innovation that we will bring to the property tech market. Okay, we'll also share insights into our market proposition and also our differentiating factors, why we believe that we're unique. And finally, we will end with the introduction to the team that's behind this amazing transformation. So as you may know, right, we are now living in a digital world in what the World Economic Forum calls as the fourth industrial revolution, right? So who would have thought that, in less than 2 decades, right, since the boom of the internet and the WWW in the 2000s, our world is now at the palm of our hands. It's really amazing how our lives is now compacted into a 6-inch screen, which is our mobile phones.
Yeah, exactly, Vivian. Well, nowadays we do almost everything. We can reach the world basically through our fingertips. Yes. We buy things online. We even order, food online, and we navigate our way also through, busy streets, using Waze and using Google Map. Avoiding, most importantly, to avoid, the roadblocks.
Especially now.
Yes, yeah. But many of us are aware of the power that we carry in our pockets. But how many of us truly know the immense potential of the technology that drive this amazing technological revolution?
Yes. Do you know that when you activate the GPS and location setting on our phones, it actually can track where you are in the morning, afternoon, and night, and even able to identify the places that you've been in the afternoon, as your office workplace. So it knows your workplace. It knows that you're at home,
Smarter than the girlfriend.
Yes, I know.
Oh, this is so hurt, Sean. Can you tell the truth?
It's okay, it's just speaking the truth. Yeah, so with the power,
Yeah.
it's all right. Yeah, so it's with the power of AI. These apps are the apps in our phones are like Google. You know, it will also be able to study your click behaviors. You know, even your buying behaviors, provide you with suggestions and also recommendations to you.
Wow, oh, yeah, yes, Vivian. And this is something I'm sure we women are very, very, very well aware of, especially for someone like us who love buying
Yes,
things online, right?
definitely. Actually, every day, you know, every day we have parcels delivered to our home now.
Yes, 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 including all the things from salt,
Yes.
yeah, some small pieces stuff, right? So, yeah, but how do you know, right, the exact value, right, of the property, yeah, you're living in? Now, don't you think that it's odd that even with so much technological and digital revolution that we have, it's still isn't possible to see what every house in your area is worth online, or even know the exact value of our house? What do you think, Sean?
Exactly, Harriet. You see, I'm actually doing financial planning, and most of the time when I'm, talking to my clients, they would like to understand how to plan their financial, properly. Now, one of the fundamental is to prepare net worth, to understand how much a client have in terms of asset. Now, nowadays, we will have assets including our savings, our investment, our property. Now, being property, being the bigger chance of our access most of the time, it worth a few hundred thousands, sometimes to millions. And most people wouldn't have this cash or saving or even investment, But when this big chunk of the assets are surprisingly and in fact quite embarrassing that most people cannot get the value of this asset just just like that. So, in terms of investment, EPF saving, you can always log in and to check your bank account, to check the investment portal. But property, nobody can do that. Now, that is where is lack of transparency and availability of this information. Now, it's time actually for technology to enable the market to be more informed now.
Right, Sean. Now, to be informed is very important for every one of us, especially in this new era. And things has to be done very fast with minimum cost and easy. Now, and what is Proppy? And how is it going to change our life? And yeah, so we all know that Proppy, it is an all-in-one portal that leverages on the power of AI to create an infrastructure that helps users on our platforms to become better informed buyers and sellers. And we are helping homeowners, home buyers, property agents, and everyone else within the property-related ecosystem, including other property-related service provider, make their buying and selling a home or home-related items, which is more seamless, easy, and personalized.
Yes, and if you want to know about your property, you have to key your property into the system and let the AI do its work for you. And this is in line with our ethos of being informed.
Yeah, exactly, Vivian. Now, for owners, you have the options to enter your property details onto this platform, the ProppyApp, and just as if you are going to sell it off. Now, when the information are entered into the system will compile and do matching at the end, at the back end. Now, that goes in line with our philosophy that everything is up for sale at the right price.
But Sean, what if, right, I don't want to list my house up for sale? So why should I key in my details? I'm sure people will be asking.
Yeah, but here is where it's really interesting and exciting. Now, other than being informed, what value will you have if you key in your details into the system? Now, ultimately, you might never know someone somewhere out there, like looking for that long lost lover, might be looking for a house, they're just like yours. And if the price is right, I mean, when the price offer is attractive enough, reasonable enough, wouldn't the homeowner be, just have a thought of considering to, letting it go? So that is where, all those transactions that would not be possible at all in the past, right now, because of this platform, when they enter their property details, apart from being informed about the property values, this information will be able also to allow the user to be informed if there is any potential buyer. And that is what we mean. Everything is up for sales at the right price, isn't it?
Yeah, that is fascinating, Sean. And talk about dream house. You remind me the time when I was looking for one for myself, and it was a couple years ago, and I spent hours and days just looking for that dream properties that I always wanted to. But why? I always have something in my mind, and it seems that isn't it weird that for us to feel burdened when we are searching for our dream homes, it should be something that's very exciting. Okay, but why we're still feeling something somehow is a bit upset and burdened in this day and age of AI, and with all the data technology, which is the advanced technology that we have around us. And I'm quite have a strong feelings that saying there must be someone right there to do the job for us, right? And let me show you one of our features to illustrate this dream home wish list. As you may see in our dream house wish list feature, we can key in all the parameters or criteria of our dream house. Now our budget, our positive filter, which is something that we want, and negative filter, which is something that we don't want. Now, I'll give you an example. If you wanted something that near in LRT stations, or be it a double-story house with 4 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms overlooking a lake, or near a park, near a school, or not near a hospital or airport. Now, as the buyer, we set our own parameters. Then the systems will also trigger us to tick our mandatory items that we must have and also key in the percentage of matching. Now, for example, it's up to 60% matching. And as easy as a Facebook posting, we send this post out to our dream house wishlist e-bulletin board. And here's what happens when this dream home wishlist is posted. Firstly, the AI function in our system, which we call ProppyApp, will search the listings that are in our marketplace and find the listing that best matches what we want. We don't need to do anything. And then ProppyApp will come back with the listing that matches to us to browse on our own. Now, secondly, ProppyApp will search the agents that are in our system to look for any listing that fits your wish list and pings the agents to tell them that someone is looking for a property that is in their area or their property listing that they have which matches the property. Now, thirdly, and this is where it's exciting. Remember the owner that has no intention on listing their property for sale, but key in their property data as if they want to list in the marketplace because their property data is in the system. Now, ProppyApp will also be able to search this property in the systems and ping this owner saying, hey, there's someone who's looking to buy a house in the wish list, and that is exactly like your house. Now, do you want them to make an offer? If you want to, if you want to, then you can opt to activate this function called bid, to bid this potential buyer and open negotiations with them. But we believe in choices and follow everyone to decide what they want to do. And if you don't wish to be disturbed, now you can opt to list your property in the market, deactivate the bid function, but activate a make an offer, which is also known as MAU. I would say that the Harimau, okay? The Harimau features, yes, I know what you think, but that's the spirit you want to adopt, isn't it? So now buyer will view your property listing, and if they think they like what they see, they would like to take one step further. They can unlock this MAU function by either sticking our property gem or paying a small fees to allow them to MAU and bid. And this gives greater privacy and control to the owners on who can contact them and for them to know that they have genuine bona-fide buyers. And I'm sure, Vivian, ladies, you won't want to give up your contact number out to anybody like Ivango, Wilson, KL
Yes,
Lim.
they have my numbers.
This Merriman, yeah, okay, to someone like Harry or Dick Suding, no? Kachawing right on the waist, right? Yeah.
Yes,
but
yes, Harriet.
because I think Harriet, what you're saying is exactly right, because the bid function is an in application secure communication chat room where the stakeholder, the potential buyer is contacting the homeowner or anybody who leases, but without knowing each other's contact number. That is what you meant, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the most important thing is to protect the privacy of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yes.
our next awesome feature in the marketplace, right, can help these homeowners. We call it the Grab a Guide e-bulletin board. Okay. So for owners who, for whatever reasons unable to conduct home viewing to the potential buyers because maybe they may be out of town, or like now under strict lockdown SOPs, right? They cannot go back to, maybe Penang or cannot come down to KL. So they can post this job onto our Get a Guide bulletin board and get our registered agents on our platform to grab these jobs. But we know that dealing with properties isn't like, going to the sundry shop to buy your petty goods on maybe Lazada or Shopee for a couple of hundreds of dollars at most, right, maximum. Property and real estate deals can go into millions. So therefore, we need to ensure that these agents are verified via a thorough KYC, the Know Your Customer process. So all the agents that intend to transact on our platform needs to be a qualified and certified REN, the real estate negotiator. So this ensures that we create a credible trust net of verified agents on ProppyApp, to give our homeowners and users greater confidence with the agents that they will be dealing with. Yes. So I also find that this feature is especially useful for newer, inexperienced rent agents, to not only gain valuable experience, but also to rack up their review and rating points by taking up these easy to do jobs offered by the homeowners. So for every job, the agent can indicate a minimum acceptable fee for the Grab a Guide. So this means that when the owner posts this Grab a Guide job, he will also be required to input the fee for this job. So if the fee is too low, then there will be no agent that will grab this job. Then the owner may need to increase the fee, or in the case of the agent, if he hasn't received any notification for any job, that could mean that his minimum acceptable fee may be too high, and he will have to adjust his service fee in order to grab jobs on the board. So ultimately, this system, right, it provides the infrastructure that allows agents to take up these Grab a Guide jobs with expenses covered, even in the event that the sale between the buyer and the seller didn't go through via the self-directed option. So agents can prove, these agents can come in, they can prove their metal and service quality to both buyers and sellers at the same time. And when the buyer or seller is happy with the service, they can then also provide to endorse the agent, and increase his credibility ratings to enhance his overall standing in the system. So this is a crucial element that gives users on our platform greater confidence in our system, because dealing with property requires very high credible trust net. So we are not dealing in mere hundreds or thousands, but in hundreds of thousands and in millions. So wouldn't you want a verified, highly reviewed and rated, as well as highly endorsed agent to deal with you? Isn't it, Sean?
Yeah, exactly. Now, most of the time when the homeowner are looking to sell off their house or rent out their house, they will start looking for the property agent. But the challenges in the market right now is that, not everyone is dealing with property agent day in, day out. So, the first thing come into mind, normally we will come to ask around people around us, say, hey, do you know anybody who is a property agent? I would like to, do something about my property. So people will ask around, maybe in the community groups like, Facebook, WhatsApp group chat, or, neighbor, or even, sometimes your family and friends. But the key is a property agent do have specialization in certain area and selling or doing certain specialization, such as only selling residential houses or commercial buildings. So the one who has been recommended is just a name, and it means quite nothing to the homeowner apart from the name and contact. Now, many times when we contact these agents, of course, they can do everything under the sun. But, without knowing their history, without knowing their past record, their specialization, we are unsure about, the level of service that they can provide. Now, sometimes even the property agent may not be even specialized in the house that I'm dealing with. Now, with this Proppy, when the agents are on this platform, they create and build their review and rating, their credibility over time. So it allows the user to look for them easier. Now, apart from that, agents can also set their minimum acceptable commission on the platform. And it allows the user to have more flexibility, when the user, like me as a homeowner, would like to let go the house faster, I may, be able to offer a higher commission. But, if I have plenty of time, I may, just willing to offer lower commission. And on this platform, when I, as a homeowner, entering the information into the system ProppyApp will give me a list of agents that specialize in the property that I would like to deal with, either rent it or sell it off. At the same time, I'll be able to see all these agents, their review and rating. So meaning I get to know them better with more information. Not just that, when I have entered the commission that I'm able or willing to offer, they will filter the relevant agents for me. And I have a lot of agents for me to select instead of, when in the past, I asked around only 1 or 2 or 3. Now I have a list of them and this come both ways. When I pick the agents, they will receive this information in their bulletin board and they will grab it. Now, as soon as they are willing to take up the job, they will grab it. Otherwise, if they are very busy or maybe on vacation, they just let it go. So they will have a chance also to grab my request. Now, in this case, the advantage for user like me who would like to, rent or sell my property, I'll be able to, have more agents to select. In fact, I know them better because of their review and rating. Now, for agents, they actually get the stock, the sources of this, their livelihood, Exactly. So this has never happened in the past, but through ProppyApp, this is made possible, and therefore it reached a win-win situation where both the user and agents also benefit. So in a summary, Proppy is a user-defined and agents can decide which opportunity or owners to work with. Grab or ungrab, only before owner decide which agent to choose.
Yes. And this is our marketplace. Yes, in our marketplace, another service that we provide is the MOP, the Mortgage Optimization Plan. So the MOP, it will not only diagnose your mortgage and home loan repayment efficacy, but it will also prompt you to choose from 3 optimization plans to reduce your loan repayment tenure. So imagine it is possible to save more than 50% of your mortgage financing interest. And if you pay according to the mortgage optimization plan on time, the system will also reward the user with gems. So those gems have value, and they can be used to exchange for services in a ProppyApp. So this feature, the mortgage optimization plan, actually it isn't new in the market. The service has been around since 1999, and it was known as a mortgage reduction strategy or service, and users of this plan, they were normally approached by these MRS agents. They would sell their services either as a one-off payment or with retainer service, retainer fee. So that was then. Our advantage now in the 2021 is that the digital revolution has actually enabled us to migrate this entire process onto the digital platform, because the algorithm software that produces this optimization plan, it is actually a digitally native product, we would say, right? So this means that the entire process can now be done with a swipe and a click. and you only need to pay your monthly subscription fee and you're good to go. So currently, this service is based on a monthly subscription rate of only 1% of your monthly mortgage home loans repayment amount, but maxing out at 100 ringgit per month.
Vivian, are you saying if let's say I'm repaying my mortgage, let's say 1,500 per month, then I only pay a subscription fees of 15 ringgit a month?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, all right.
So
okay.
it is very, very affordable. Even if your monthly mortgage goes up to 1 million, or okay, probably less than that, 10,000, 20,000, but the maximum is only 100 ringgit, the subscription fee.
All right.
So as a simple illustration, right? Let me show you a simple illustration. A 1 million ringgit home loan, it could take over 25 to 30 years, right, to completely be fully repaid to the bank. However, after 30 years of monthly repayment plus financing interest, that is compounded, right, we often ended up paying more than double of the original cost of the home, over 2 million ringgit. I'm sure many people actually are aware of this. So by utilizing the MOP, you will be able to diagnose and identify, we call it the most optimum monthly repayment amount that will reduce your repayment down to 15 years, half of the loan tenure, and saving about 500,000 ringgit, simply by managing your home loans and mortgage repayment each month consistently.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wow. Yes, Vivian. Now, let's show some data, right? So this chart showing the current home loans outstanding in Malaysia. And from this chart, the size of the mortgage markets was about 37.5% of GDP in 2019, up from 22.3% in 2008 and 13.1% in 1996, despite stricter lending guidelines in recent years. Now, housing loans outstandings increased 7.5% year to year to a ringgit Malaysia's of 575.63 billion, which is equivalent to 131.95 billion to March 2020, according to Bank Negara. And that means we all are living in settled in this debt. And what if I told you that there's a simpler way to be free of this debt? Now, imagine we are cutting down a tree with a sickle. Now, that is how MOP helps you save money. Come and talk to us more about what the MOP is and how it can really, really benefit you. Yeah. Now, so after buying our dream home from ProppyApp Marketplace and after paying off our mortgage and saving our mortgage refinancing tenure by 50%, guys, that means we can live happily ever and after, just like
the fairy tales, right?
The fairy tales, riding a horse back to the castle, right? So like a marriage.
Riding horse back to the castle. It's a classical fairy tale.
That's what I always dream about. So there are many things that once you get married, everything is fine and dandy. That was me before. Now let me tell you, that is actually much more than that. Yeah. So
coming from experience.
Gotta be prepared. Now after buying your house, okay, now we need to do a lot of house maintenance now, such as plumbing, roof leakage, electrical wiring, fencing, water tank, and so many more. Trust me, there's so many more you need to manage at home. Now, but where do we go for all these things?
Yes, okay, I know. I will go look for ProppyApp. So of course, none other than ProppyApp, we have our ProppyApp, we have our Proppy Cares, so after buying a house,
you're so wise. Just like you and Sean keep maintaining yourself a forever sweet and single and available status.
Yeah.
I hope the couple was using, Google Map or ways to avoid roadblock, because I think they will have to maintain a social distancing.
Yes. So actually that is why ProppyApp is here. That is why ProppyCast is here. Actually in the past, right, I was told, okay, I'm not married, but I'm single.
Going soon.
Yes.
Going soon.
Yeah. Okay. So there are, in the past, I was told that, there were bulletin boards, right, up at the neighborhood 7-Eleven. I was told about this, with contacts for the service providers nearby. But actually, even for me now, right, in my era, it wasn't easy to find service providers, for maintenance of my home and office. So remember the times when we don't have, any online platform for this. We have to ask around for the repairman's phone number, right? So for me myself, I remember maybe just about 8 years ago, I moved into a new office. So I have to do everything on my own, fixing plumbing, fixing everything whatsoever. I even
Really? Why did you call him mine?
I didn't. Actually, I know him. So actually, I do a lot of things on my own. Because when I need repairing works or any other services to be done, right? Actually, a lot of people around me, they can't provide me with a good name, and if someone else in turn asked me for their contacts, I was reluctant to give them the names or the contact sometimes, because I'm not sure if the content is good, right? I don't want to introduce someone who is not good enough for my friends. So those were the days. So Proppy cares and encapsulate all of the property related peripheral services and merchants, and that will make Proppy a truly all-in-one super app.
Yeah, and then not just that, it is it is also encouraging neighborhood economy. Now, what is neighborhood economy? It is in short just encouraging the growth of the economy around the neighborhood. Now, for this service provider surrounding the home related, the peripheral services of a property, such as the aircon, the cleaner, the plumber, all those are normally, they cannot go online easily, because it's always to make themselves known somehow. But the services have to be done aside, just like aircon services. You cannot just buy the service. It's not a product. But all these services, and they have to serve the neighborhood normally, and in the past they actually have not much of options to choose. Whatever orders come in, they will go ahead. But nowadays, especially during this pandemic with the restriction in movement, now it makes life a bit harder, because cross-border, interstate or district traveling is not allowed. So
dating is also harder now.
Yeah, and the key is the dating platform probably will come later, but these are all the services. Yeah,
should be 10 years before.
but it's the same concept, So, but you see, all these merchants would like to do all the services, and provide and serve their clients around their neighborhood. But the key is that they may not know each other. Just like when you stay in a residential area or a condo. So I believe there must be some service provider around us. But we do not bump into each other. We do not know each other. We don't have 7-Elevens to put up the contact nowadays. Now, all these merchants actually also prefer to serve the neighborhood. Why? Because for those merchants, service provider who would like to get their raw material, like like piping, aircon service, cleaning services, material. They do have a source which is very close to them, and normally it's nearby, very nearby to them. Now, when they are able to serve the neighborhood, then it means less traveling, and less hassle. They will be able to get the source, the raw material faster, and to serve the neighborhood faster. Now, in short, without long distance traveling, in fact, in a day, they may be able to serve even more clients. That transform into more income. So for the merchants, it is very good for them to have this platform, so that the surrounding users will be able to see them first. Why? Because of the geo-tagging function. Now, with the ProppyApp allowing and enabling the geo-tagging, so users around this service provider will be able to see them first in the list. when they click on the button, like, aircon services, the closest to the users will pop up, and then followed by the, slightly further away and further away. Now, it means that the merchants are normally will be able to do, and, to make them visible around their neighborhood, starting from closest to them to up to, say, around 10 kilometers. And there will be a lot of people that will be able to serve. Now, to user, it is also an advantage. Now, as a user, I would like to serve, I would like to get the merchants or the service provider nearest to me, because then they will come to attend to my issue and request faster.
Anytime.
I do not require. Yes, exactly. I do not want, someone that is, very far away and tell me a lot of story and, come to service me late. So that is where, the user will benefit, the merchants will benefit. It is a win-win situation. And not just that, just like the property agent, the merchants will only be able to gather their review and rating and endorsement. And that is actually digitizing and transforming in the past what is called word of mouth into a historical record. Sometimes all these service providers, they will claim, they put in a lot of effort and hard work to serve many clients. Even in the past, prior to pandemic, they may have, this continuous clients to serve, but they are unable to record all those. Just imagine. Now, sometimes even like a restaurant or, some special service provider, when they go on newspaper, you know what the restaurant and this service provider will do? They will cut the newspaper and frame it and show everybody. So this is a traditional way of documenting their word of mouth, their quality of work, their services. Now, in here on ProppyApp, it will allow all the merchants to do so, and the user also can put feedback. Now, the longer they get this review and rating, the more and more they accumulate. It also helps user to make informed decision. Just like I shared just now, when I look for property agent, I would like to know their historical performance. So likewise here for merchant, when I want to look for service provider, all this information will be very helpful for me as a user to make decision if their quality is good, they are on time or not, their charging is reasonable or not. Now, at least if I see a merchant or service provider with a lot of good comments, the levels of confidence I engage with this merchant is much, much higher. So that is where, how this neighborhood economy can grow also through ProppyApp. Now, Harriet, what apart from this, what other things, just now you talked about the dating, what other things are coming up, in ProppyApp?
Before I would explain further, Vivian, would you agree that Sean's is really, really good? I mean, we find even in the script, can't find the matches word in the script, except keywords. Sean is splendid. Now, let me continue, and we are not going to stop here. Okay, we are not going to stop just there. And with the tech, because with the tech that we have, we can definitely go beyond just the property. And all these features that you can see inside, right, will be slowly released as the subscribers business grow in the next 2 to 3 years. Now we have coming soon, as you will see in the slide, the Gopher Map, Proppy Pro, and so on.
Proppy dating service.
coming soon, coming soon. The concept is not difficult to implement with all the available technology nowadays. Now let's take a pause and have a look on what is happening in the market right now, in the property market. Now, these two companies on the screen is definitely no strangers. In fact, they are going to become a company soon, and these are so-called the property technology company. What they have done, they appear around 15 years ago, and they basically transformed the traditional offline property listing from the classified ads or newspaper or magazine, and they move it up to the internet. So basically, they just transform the way how property listing is done from the past offline to online. And it is just mere simple action. But this is a very mono-layer in engagement with the user. So user does benefit because information online is available for user, anytime, anywhere, and it is faster, it's more efficient. Property agents even go up, to do this very fast, and they can sell the property very fast. But looking at now today we are in the year of 2021. Now the technology advancement is so tremendous, and there are so much room to grow. So and that is where ProppyApp are aimed to fill in the gaps. Now next, we look at the international era. Let's see what is available in the international era. Now this is called ProppTech 1.0, digitizing the world. Now if you look at this, we have Zillow, and also we have Baker. And then I would like to call the name, and yes, yeah. So you see the magic term, the Baker and Zillow, is also doing merely digitizing advertisement, and plus a little bit more over time, but it's still very primitive, and they are worth 34 billion for Zillow and 77 billion in both in USD for Baker. So imagine a company that we have shared by leveraging the existing technology such as artificial intelligence and big data. How much can this company worth? If it's not higher than this, at least close to this figure. So that is where the power will move more to the user over time. Now let's take a look at apart from this, the true power of digital revolution goes beyond just mere digitization. We are living in a new era of technology and digital revolution. The power will just move more to the user. Now, Harriet, you can talk about the ProppTech 2. What is it about then?
Yeah, of course, sure. Now, ProppTech 2.0, this is what we always hear. And ProppyApp is here to enable and empower our users to be better informed buyers and sellers by giving them pointed and relevant information and insights, so that they can make better informed judgment and decisions, whether it's buying, renting, selling, or even investing. Or an investor like me, right? Like myself, this is very great. Now, and this is just for a few reasons as to why we believe ProppyApp will game change the property tech industry. Now, the question is, can we deliver? Yeah.
Yes. Actually, in fact, right, I think we are already delivering. The app itself is already up in Google App Store and in the Play Store. And in the past few months, 8 months to be exact, right, our team has been working non-stop, even during all the public holidays, during Chinese New Year, developing the app, coming out with the product, and the team is growing really fast. So I think everyone will agree with this. For a successful project, most importantly thing, right, is the people behind. So let me introduce you to the team. Our team is led by our chairman, Tunku Nakiuddin. He's a prominent businessman in Malaysia with royal ties, of course. He was the regent of Negeri Sembilan when his father, Tuanku Jaafar, was the Yang di-Pertuan Agong of Malaysia. So Tunku himself is an avid investor. He has invested into numerous forward-thinking tech companies in Malaysia and abroad. And he's also currently the chairman of Anta Healthcare, and he himself is the founding chairman of the Public Listed Companies Association of Malaysia. But actually saying that, we are not here to hero worship, or trump on personalities. The true strength of the team lies in the alignment towards our ethos and corporate philosophy, which is actually manifested by our founder, Mr. Lee Wilson. So I've personally known Mr. Lee for many years. Actually, a lot of us have known him for many years. So I am really amazed at his ability to read future trends and have the foresight to create the architecture and also lay down the blueprint for the entire Proppy ecosystem and infrastructure that we have seen just now. And having known and seen personally some of Wilson's project, right, it gives me great confidence to know that we are able to connect internally and also externally to highly credible and capable individuals and also tech startups that will serve as the backbone of our project. And also Dr. Max Chen, another founder of Proppy. He has more than 27 years of experience in the software architecture, design and development industry. And he has led key projects for several IT infrastructure projects for the government of Malaysia, such as the KLIA IT notification system, the North-South Highway Integration System. And Dr. Max has also founded numerous IT companies. He's currently our Chief Technology Officer and the main person behind our IT system development. And also, we have very, very strong co-founders team as well, who have been actually very hands-on in our day-to-day operation. And heading our sales wing is Mr. Sean Yap, who is also here with us today. Other than Mr. Sean Yap, taking care of all our legalities work is our very reputable Mr. Will Fang, who is currently serving as the Senior Foreign Counsel with Grendel Law Firm in Beijing. He's also the present chairman of the Malaysian Chamber of Commerce and Industry in China. We have also Dr. Sri William Man. He has over 30 years of corporate advisory and management consultancy work in Asia, Africa, and Europe. So he is a venture capitalist himself. His key areas are in the field of startup funding, IPO, and international investments. And also leading our Marcom wing is Mr. Ivan Yao. He has led leadership positions in retail and marketing, managing key accounts, providing end-to-end training solutions, delivery in the areas of leadership, team alignment, strategic communications, and PR solutions. And he has also served as the Chief Communications Officer of a global crypto exchange startup in Singapore. So if you think that we are ambitious, actually our ambition stems from the fact that we, under the guidance and direction of our founders, who have themselves been personally involved in the development, growth, and also implementation of these incredible and groundbreaking projects and also tech startups. You may not have heard or seen any of these projects yet, but the strength of our network and the depth of our talent reach is that we have an unlimited access to these amazing resources that we are creating waves in the true IR 4.0 technologies. So on the other hand, our tech team have also been responsible in creating and developing the existing IT systems of our key infrastructures in Malaysia, like I've introduced just now, the KLIA-1 and KLIA-2 IT management systems, the Rapid KL Command Center IT system, the North-South Highway AES IT system, and many other major national IT development programs as well. So what we are saying here is that our team is not brought together by chance or by a group of young millennials, jumping on the tech startup bandwagon. These are seasoned corporate professionals and investors who bring with them years of experience, failures and successes and technical and market know-how as well.
Yeah, and what does it mean to you, as an audience, all of my fellow audience today? I would like to leave you with 3 questions. Now, first question is, do you agree that the current property technology platforms have not leveraged the available technology today to create more values to user? And the second question is our solution, the ProppyApp, as you have heard with all the features of functions and utilization of power of artificial intelligence and big data analytics, will it change the property technological prop tech industry? The third question will be, can it be done? And do we have what it takes to deliver more values to all the users? Now, if any one of these questions mean anything to you, then we would also like to hear from you. You can talk to, of course, your friend who has invited you to this session today to understand more on how to get involved in this project. And we are happy to assist you to know further about the ProppyApp.
Yes, and thank you, all of you, to come in and listen to us today. We are very honored to have, that you have taken time off your Saturday night to be with us. And also do connect with us on our Facebook page, or, join us again for our weekly pitch session on Saturdays and our Proppy podcast every Sunday. So we are now sharing in both English and Chinese on alternate weeks, which means, right, tomorrow's podcast will be in Chinese, whereas next Saturday, there will be sharing session in Chinese and podcast on Sunday in English. So now today we have one of our co-founders here. We have Mr. Sean, and also we have Miss Harriet here. So if you have any questions, right, please, we are open for a chit chat session with you. You can also turn on your video and mic now. Or you can come in and say hi to us.
Yeah. And don't forget, we have Vivian also is here, who is very seasoned and experienced, who will be able to answer, any questions.
Yes.
We have questions here. So from Ling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall I read it out?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Will home improvement merchants without SSMs, such as plumbers, contractors, and aircon service providers, are welcome to this platform? Right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. And the next question as well.
Yeah. And how much is the rental of this platform per month?
Well, thank you for the questions. The question is saying, if let's say this service provider without company registration, will they be able to also list themselves on ProppyApp? Yeah, the answer is yes. As long as they are doing legitimate business, we encourage anybody who is doing their service as a livelihood to be listed on board, and this will help them to grow neighborhood economy. Basically is to help the merchant, to provide them a tools and platform for them to be able to make themselves visible to all the potential clients and prospective clients around the neighborhood. And that is what normally helps all these smaller players in the market, but they do need this platform to gather and to get access to all these clients. So yes, we welcome them, and all this information will be also made visible to the user. So user will get to know also if the service provider or merchants has been verified in terms of their business registration, yes or no. So there will be a know your merchant process as well. So for user, it is a better and more information for them to make informed decision. Now, in terms of the listing fees, there are a few packages. The standard package with all those features and that we have mentioned. Original package is 899 per year. But during this launching and campaign session, this launching period, we are offering 399 a year, which is merely 1 ringgit, around 1 ringgit a day. So this is to help a lot of merchants to be able to get on board, to start building up their review and rating, their credibility, to get endorsement from the family and friends and their clients and anybody they know, so that they will be able to present this to any potential user who would like to engage their service. So that this is where the tools, is provided to everybody to use. Anybody who would like to engage, to get more users. Yeah, this is one of the easiest way, and there is no such platform around now in the market that can do this.
Oh, the next question. Yeah.
I hope that I hope that the question has been answered.
Okay, if there's no question, then we move to another one. This one I must read it out loud because it's from one of my girlfriends who's been Sean Yap for many years. And her question is, what is your competitive advantage from ICO? Yeah.
Well, now we have actually touched about a few features. The geotag features, which is location features where the merchants will be able to be visible to their neighborhood, and user will be able to get to them faster, the closest users. That is first. So they'll be able to get more businesses around the neighborhood, which will save costs and save traveling time. And apart from that, it's a platform to accumulate the word of mouth, to record them, to digitize all this word of mouth. Just imagine over time, a lot of these long lists is accumulated, especially for the small service provider. Just imagine, service provider normally, when they stop working, just like the pandemic, if they can't go out or get out of their house to serve their clients, basically their income interrupted. Now imagine that when they eventually, over time, when they just stop doing anything, their business also may not worth a lot. But with this, recorded historical review and rating and also endorsement, which represent all the record of their clients, the good reviews and credibility that they have built over time, this actually can help them to build the intangible asset to the business. And whether they hand over or pass over to anybody or sell it off, it worth the value in terms of business sense. Now, of course, apart from that, there are many users will be in this all-in-one platform, property platform, because the basic modules are covering the marketplace with buy, sell, and rental of this property. And users have more information to decide and to make better informed decision. And this group of users starting from property will be able to also reduce and save their mortgage by the mortgage optimization plan, and any services related to property also can be found here. Now, so therefore, anything to do with property and home, people will think of ProppyApp in the future, very soon, starting very soon. Now, with that, and there is an ecosystem inside on the platform. Now, merchants also can, do a lot more things that will be coming up very, very soon. They can do, their campaign, advertisement, and also, even referral system, where all those can be done on just one single platform. And this, don't forget, and this is where we are living in today. If we are talking about, eyeballs, where, in the past, before the pandemic, just imagine when you go to Pavilion area, the Central Business District, there will be a lot of crowds, and we have a lot of big billboards that do advertisement. And nowadays, but these are for big players. For smaller players, smaller SME, they may not have this, privilege to do this type of advertising. But in the past, yes, that is how it did, so it captured all the eyeballs, and, people get to know the service and the product, and, reach out to the relevant supplier. But nowadays, everybody has changed. I think almost everybody will know about QR code today compared to, before pandemic. And that is where a lot of application on the phone are very convenient to use. And in fact, it is quite easy to understand as well. And that is the same. Now, merchants on this platform, apart from, the basic features that we have mentioned, they will be able to share their listing information with anybody, through their social media, through their clients, through their family and friends, just by sharing a QR code and the link. Users just have to click on the link or scan the QR code and will be able to see their services, to locate them, and to find out what people, are talking about their services, So it is how this platform will be able to help merchants to, to create basically values to their business. So what is the competitive advantage? Nobody is doing that at the moment. Yeah. So, and of course, sometimes I've met some merchants and service providers say, there are platforms out there who do free. Now, but normally when I ask, do you get any business through there? And nobody can answer. It's simply not documented. Now, even I have very personal experience. My dad has paid off a mortgage. My dad is over 70 years old, 76 to be exact. And he has paid off his mortgage about 10 years ago. And during that time, once a mortgage has been paid off, the bank will send a notice and say, now you can clear off everything and look for this lawyer. The address, the law firm is detailed on the letter. Now today, my dad, during the pandemic, has more time to, do housekeeping and take out the letter and ask me, son, can you help me to look for this lawyer? I would like to clear off, settle off the balance of, the loan. So, naturally, what I do, I did a search on the Google. I found the law firm. I found the address. I went to the place and it was closed. I got the contact and I called, and the content has nobody picking up. So, so these are the things, that can happen around us. But, with ProppyApp, you can update your service offerings anytime, anywhere, 24/7. And it's actually also, moving the business, from traditional way to O2O, the online to offline. You make yourself appearance and visible online, but you do the service offline. So this is the trends, and this is the way to move forward. So, and it helps a lot, and I believe it will certainly help, merchants around us as well.
And the beautiful things is that you're not doing this yourself. No, you're not fighting on your own. And there's a platform with full of support, with this events ongoing, and to help you along to expand your business and to reach out your customer as far as possible. Yeah. Okay, Ms. Aiko, we hope we have answered your questions. If you have anything, you can PM me. You have other questions. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, good to hear that. Now, just now about the filtering, the dream home wish list filtering. We have the positive filter and the negative filter. Positive filter is to put down all the criteria I want, and negative filter is to put down all the criteria I do not want. So, I may want a home, dream home near my parents-in-law. But not
smart you.
Yeah. I'm not sure whether ProppyApp will be able to help me.
I'm sure. I'm sure we will be more than happy to help you. Yeah, to find
there's another question. Can you please elaborate about the branding aspect? Okay. Well, on ProppyApp, the merchant listing, when a merchant or service provider has listed their offering on the platform, so the branding is through the is built through the hard work of the merchant and service provider themselves. Now, in the past, just imagine, say a plumber every day may have say 2 businesses, and over time, if the person works say 5 days a week, and that means 10 clients a week, and we have 50 weeks. Yeah, so even if we minus off some holiday, there will be easily 48 weeks, and there will be 480 clients in a year. Now imagine these 480 clients of them in the past 1 year, that the plumber or the cleaner has no documentation about what they have done. It's just by saying I have doing this, I've been doing this, and all this. It has never been documented. But now with this platform, all this can be documented, and this worth of value because it is you don't have to say it anymore. You just have to click on the platform and see and look at all the reviews and everything. So that is worth more than the words. Yeah. So that is how a branding is also being built. And the more you have, the easier people can look into it and and understand how your service level is, what exactly you do, and the more good reviews, the more confidence a user can make their decision to engage the merchant service. I hope the questions has been answered as well on how to build a brand. Building a brand is really relying on the merchants themselves who have been working very hard, but in the past there is no such place or platform or tools to document all this. Now here it is, they can do this. Just now I mentioned about that. Actually, it was very funny also. You go to some restaurant, whenever the restaurant has been visited by some celebrity, pop star, or reported, so what they do, they will cut out, they will laminate it, they will frame it, and they will be so proud of it. And that is just 1 or 2, or maybe the whole of it, maybe 20, 30, but now you can make all your clients, all your patrons to do the same. So imagine how powerful it is to help the merchant, the service provider, the product seller to create their own branding.
anyone else want to come in and say hi? Or maybe to your friends that you have invited here today?
Or maybe we can see some video turn on.
Yes.
So then I can see if I, can include you to near my positive filter of dream home. Hi, Raymond.
Hi.
Hi, Raymond.
Hi, Raymond.
Hello, hi.
Hi.
Raymond, you have invited some friends to here tonight, right?
Yeah, I think he left.
Ah, okay.
Ah,
No problem.
Do you want to talk to your friend? Anything you want to say to your friend here?
And Sean, Harriet also invited your friends, right?
Ah, yeah. Miss Khoo.
Yes.
I think she's Miss Wu. Are you on the line? Is that okay for you to turn on your video so we can your camera so we can see your pretty face? I think she's shy. Aiko is very shy. Yeah, Miss Wu is very shy. unlike when she's in karaoke singing, right?
no problem.
Let me dress up first.
Let me dress up first. You're not makeup,
Totally
right?
understand.
She's not
I
makeup,
understand. Yes.
Okay.
Hi guys, good job.
Hi,
I'm actually
Hi.
invited.
Hi, Sean. Hi.
Sean, hi.
Hi, I invited a couple of friends. I think almost most of them have left. I have a friend of mine who's a fellow Penangite. He's actually a very good chef. That was in Beijing together with us, and now he's actually taken his trade back to Malaysia. His name is Andy Choi. I think he's still with us, but then I don't know whether he wants to turn out his camera or just to say hi. But Andy is actually Andy's a Penangite, and he's based in KL. So and he's got his own restaurant, pretty high-end French restaurant. So Andy, you want to say hi, or
Hi.
you don't want to?
Or introduce your restaurant to us.
And I'll get ready with my positive filter, okay?
Hi, Eddie.
Hi.
I think everyone's
Hi,
a bit
Eddie.
everyone's a bit shy today.
Eddie also
I-
not put, Eddie also
there's
not
another
dressed up
question.
yet.
There's another question. Can I know who is a Proppy's competitor? What make Proppy different from others? Well, through our sharings, I leave these questions to be answered by you. Now, because any question, whatever I say, it may not be very neutral. So, you can reserve your benefit of doubt. But there is nobody is doing what we are doing. That's all I can say. So I don't know who is our competitors.
We've seen Proppians already turning on their videos.
Yeah.
Hi,
John.
Thompson. Hi.
Ivan.
Hi, Thompson.
Hi, Thompson.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, I have a friend here, Mr. Gan. Then also Mr. Gan did invite his friend to join us tonight. So, Mr. Gan, you would like to have some few words here?
Hello, Mr. Gan.
Hi, Mr. Gan.
He's still here.
Yes, I'm here.
This is
Hello,
here.
everyone.
Hi, Mr. Gan.
Hi, Mr.
Hi.
Gan.
Hi.
Actually, I invited my friend. I think he's still here, Jason.
Jason. Hi, Jason.
You here?
I don't know whether Jason is here. I think he's still here. I saw his name. Jason is my childhood friend.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Oh.
So, Mr. Gan, is this your first time joining us?
I think it's the second time. Yes, I was invited in by Thompson, I think months ago.
Okay. All right, okay.
But Mr. Gan's brother-in-law already has a Proppy. Dr. Lu.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, all right, okay. Oh, Dr. Lu, okay. Welcome. Yeah. So please, you know, do grab this opportunity to explore more. You know, the window is closing very quickly, and we are moving forward very fast too.
Okay. Yeah, noted about that. I'm pushing for that.
All right. Okay. Well,
yes,
but Mr. Gan, can you share us a little bit about your opinion? What do you think? What do you feel after joining? You know.
No, I mean, this is my second session. What I can see is a very energetic group of people here. You know, either the founder group or whoever is in the pitching or in the broadcasting section. So what I can say now is I can feel the energy of this upcoming business plan. So of course, I hope it can be a very successful one. Of course, I'm still in the process of figuring the differentiation of this compared to the conventional way of putting up any new internet-based business or the e-commerce style business. But of course, my brother-in-law made the decision much faster than me. I think he was quite immediately convinced. I think Doctor is happy about that.
We're waiting for you.
Yeah.
But Mr. Gan, do allow yourself. Do allow yourself to take some time to consider it, but don't give it too long, because as Mr. Sean saying that the window is getting really small and small.
Of course.
And we will for whoever the shareholders was coming joining as shareholders, we will have to like sit in for a talk, to have better understanding at the same time as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gan. Thank you.
Yes.
Sean, I think we have a question here from Angela, and she's asking, can a lawyer list his service at ProppyApp?
Yeah. We have another platform called Proppy Pro. That is for professional to offer their services, on board to the homeowners, such as the SMP, lawyer services, banking, mortgage services, insurance services. So that is under Proppy Pro. Yes, it is possible to list themselves. It's not an advertisement per se, but to shout out, what they are good in, but listing about, their offering is not an issue. Thank you, Angela. Most welcome. And then I would like to share also, technology has been advancing so quickly. Now, just imagine 10 years ago, or maybe we go back a little bit in 1996, where the internet was just started, right? And many people, and then after that, then internet banking was introduced, and many people were not comfortable buying things online, afraid that their credit card information or identity may be stolen, which was possible in the past. But with the technological advancement and the revolution of technologies coming in, but this become part of our life today. I believe probably everybody will have come across the application of let's say Grab, or and Food Panda to order food, or maybe even this e-commerce platform where you buy things online, and you can buy pretty much almost a lot of usual things online nowadays. And it is, but in the past, this will never be possible without the the technology, and technology just keep advancing and advancing. Now it just put ourselves back to 15 years or 10 years ago, when during that time people share about say the idea of delivering food, or the idea of taking e-hailing or taxi through a mobile phone. Most people have never heard of it, have never seen it happen before in life, will hardly believe this is possible, and will have a lot of questions and doubts. But looking today, when we are at this point, when we look back in the past 10 years, what have happened, and that is what things have been changing. Now we already with the available technology nowadays, in fact these things can help us to move much more ahead from now. And we cannot normally use whatever our experience now, or the mindset, or the what we know of today to understand the potential growth of future. But we have to really be very open and sit outside of the box, and to see and look at the big picture. Is this possible? Is it creating values to user? Is it creating values to even human beings? Now, if it is something really that is feasible, usable, and also valuable, it's really worth the attention to go deep dive into it, to really not to miss this. Sometimes the opportunity just come and go. So what I would like to share is that this is where we have a team together, having brains of many people, and we actually created and have this platform for the use, to help businesses, to help user, and to make life better. So if you think and you will agree that this is something that is possible, then give yourself a chance to explore further, and sometimes opportunity just come once in a lifetime. Yep. Okay. So, and these are some on the screen some of the the success story this time. I know this during the pandemic, even hard to believe that you can go for IPO during the around the pandemic time, but that this really happens. And I will say since you are here, please talk to the person who has introduced you here, invited you here. Really grab them and to understand more what is it about. I'm sure somehow sometime you may have other questions along the way. Please, we are here to help you to understand deeper and more about what the ProppyApp is doing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I think the audience today have probably quite a lot to think about. It is common. There are many participants on these sessions who finally get to know more and understand how it works, what it does after a few sessions. So if you want to cut short this, knowing process, please talk to your friend who has invited you here. Grab them and ask them a lot of questions.
Yeah, usually it's behind the scene.
Yes, ask them
behind the scene, then we understand more.
Yes, yeah, and we are happy to meet up with you separately. Just please go to your friend, and we can arrange a further session.
Okay.
Great.
All right. If we have any more questions, if no, then we will end this with our usual slogan.
Yeah. Now
Right.
everybody, you may turn on your video and yeah.
Okay, come, let's do this together. 1, 2, 3.
Ini Kalila.
Ini Kalila.
Right, guys. Ini Kalila.
Thank you.
Ini Kalila.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you, everybody.
Good job.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Ini Kalila.
Ini Kalila.
Thank you all. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining the session. Thank you.